Nicola Bulley family's verdict on what happened. Representing the family, Barrister Sophie Cartwright KC made submissions to the coroner that he should return the conclusion of accidental death. It was the family's belief that the phone evidence, post-mortem, expert evidence and eyewitness accounts all pointed to Nicola's death being an accident. She said what occurred on the riverbank at probably some time shortly after 9:18 AM was a tragic accident for Nikki. She went on to say it is clear from the evidence that at 9:18 AM Nikki increased the volume on the Zoom call, and it appears that what happened after that must somehow be linked to the location of the dog harness found on the steep part of the slope. Barrister Sophie Cartwright went on to say, there has been much rumour, suspicion and speculation. The family are of the view that has been allayed by the evidence. The family are comforted by the evidence that Nikki's death would have been very soon after she entered the water. The barrister urged the coroner to find at approximately 9:30 AM Nicola Bulley, on the balance of probabilities, died in the river due to an accidental death. She also urged the coroner to consider that the screams heard are not connected to Nicola's death, and said they do not have relevance to how Nikki came by her death. Now guys, after listening to this statement made by the barrister at the inquest, there's something that just doesn't seem right here. There's just something that just doesn't seem to sit right with me at all. Why did the family barrister urge the coroner to find that Nicola Bulley must have died in the river due to an accidental death? Why are the family not trying to seek the truth? Why do they not want to know what really happened to Nicola Bulley? I mean, if we listen to the last part of the statement again, she also urged the coroner to consider that the screams heard are not connected to Nicola's death, and said that they do not have any relevance to how Nikki came by her death. Now, how did she know that the screams are not connected to Nicola's death? And why did she say that they do not have any relevance to how Nikki came by her death? Surely the family barrister should be pushing to find out why there were screams and who was screaming. I mean, the exact time that Nicola Bulley apparently fell into the river, witnesses have reported hearing screams in the area, and yet the family barrister believes that this has got nothing to do with Nicola's death. Isn't that strange? Surely they should be trying to find out if Nicola Bulley was pushed into that river. If she died by drowning, surely the emphasis should be on finding out how she entered that water, instead of assuming that she just fell into that water. I mean, I thought things were supposed to be based on facts, not speculation. Especially when we listen to what the police have been telling the public throughout this whole case. They've been telling the public not to speculate regarding what happened to Nicola Bulley, and yet they've speculated that Nicola Bulley fell into the river. How can the coroner conclude Nikki's death as an accident when he's got no proof at all that it was an accident? There have been witnesses who stated that they heard screams in the area. Surely that's suspicious. There have been witnesses that stated that they saw a suspicious man dressed in black with a black beanie hat on, and yet they still don't find any of this suspicious. Throughout this whole case, they haven't found anything suspicious at all. Why did the family not push for answers regarding these screams? Why did the family not push for answers regarding the suspicious man dressed in black? Why have they let this all come down to an accident? Surely, if this happened to a member of your family, you would want to know why there were screams heard. Did something happen that made that person scream? Were they attacked in any sort of way? Were they pushed into the river? After listening to what the barrister said at the inquest, it's quite clear that the family wanted this to be concluded as an accident. And that's why the family barrister put so much pressure on the coroner to conclude it as an accident. I really was hoping that at the inquest we will get some answers. We'll get some real answers. But it looks like that the whole thing has just been based on speculation, opinions, and scenarios. Poor Nicola Bulley. How will she ever get justice like this? Rest in peace, Nicola Bulley.